The effects of sleep deprivation. What happens to your brain after 24, 36, 48, and 72 hours of wakefulness sleep is essential for maintaining physical health, cognitive performance, and emotional well-being. But what happens to your brain and body when sleep is absent for extended periods? This article explores the consequences of sleep deprivation at 24-hour intervals, 24, 36, 48, and 72 hours, and offers insights into mitigating the adverse effects of chronic sleep debt. The first 24 hours, subtle cognitive impairment and micro-sleeps. A single night without sleep is not uncommon, yet the consequences are noticeable. Harvard Medical School's Dr. Rebecca Robbins explains that after 24 hours of wakefulness, individuals experience micro-sleeps, brief involuntary episodes of sleep lasting 10-20 seconds. While short-term health impacts may not be severe, significant cognitive impairments emerge, including slowed reaction times and diminished decision-making abilities. Accident risk. Studies reveal that being awake for 24 hours impairs cognitive functions to a degree comparable to having a blood alcohol content of 0.10%, increasing the risk of errors and accidents. Emotional disruption. Sleep deprivation heightens anxiety levels and worsens mood regulation. Learning capacity and information processing are also affected. Dr. Sophie Bostock notes that reaction times drop by 12%, the risk of errors quadruples, and emotional stability is compromised within this timeframe. 36 hours without sleep. Escalation of physical and mental strain. When wakefulness extends beyond 36 hours, the impact intensifies. Cognitive performance plummets, and physiological stress responses become evident. Blurred vision and memory gaps. Tasks requiring memory, focus, and recognition become increasingly difficult. Some may experience visual disturbances, such as blurry vision. Metabolic and hormonal effects. Elevated cortisol levels, the stress hormone, lead to heightened blood pressure and inflammation. Appetite often increases, with cravings for high sugar and starchy foods becoming prevalent. Emotional disconnection. Many feel irritable, apathetic, and increasingly unmotivated. Anxiety may evolve into indifference, further reducing productivity and engagement. Dr. Bostock emphasizes that at this stage, emotional regulation falters, and stress responses dominate, leading to erratic decision-making. 48 hours of wakefulness. Severe cognitive and emotional dysregulation. 2 full days without sleep result in pronounced deficits in mental and physical performance. Cognitive failures. Individuals struggle to complete even simple tasks, and involuntary micro-sleeps become more frequent, posing significant safety risks. Emotional extremes. Feelings of irritability and impulsivity heighten, often accompanied by extreme mood swings, such as euphoria or depression. Immune system suppression. Natural killer, NK, cells, crucial for combating infections, decrease by 37%, making the body more susceptible to illnesses. Dr. Bostock highlights that sensory perception, such as near-sight vision, is notably affected, and emotional regulation becomes so impaired that minor stressors may lead to overreactions. 72 hours without sleep. Hallucinations and psychosis. After 3 days of continuous wakefulness, the body and brain begin to exhibit extreme symptoms of distress. Perceptual alterations. Hallucinations, delusions, and depersonalization, a sensation of detachment from oneself, become common. Cognitive abilities, such as information processing, plummet. Cardiovascular strain. Heart rate irregularities and extreme mood volatility arise, as observed in studies on astronauts undergoing controlled sleep deprivation. Immune and neurological deterioration. The prolonged absence of sleep hampers the body's ability to recover, making the brain more prone to confusion, paranoia, and delirium. Ethical considerations have limited the scope of studies on extreme sleep deprivation. However, historical experiments confirm that most symptoms subside after a return to regular sleep. Factors influencing sleep deprivation's impact. Genetics. Genetic predispositions significantly affect how individuals respond to sleep loss. Age. Older adults often report more fragmented sleep patterns, exacerbating the consequences of deprivation. Gender. Women are more likely to experience chronic sleep debt due to hormonal and multitasking demands. The long-term risks of sleep deprivation. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to severe health risks, psychological impact, depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Physical health. Increased risks of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Neurological health. Insufficient sleep prevents the brain's natural detoxification processes, potentially accelerating conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Practical tips to improve sleep. Drive. Bostock emphasizes that it's never too late to adopt healthier sleep habits. Here are 6 strategies to enhance sleep quality. Maintain consistent wake times. Avoid compensating for weekday sleep debt with weekend oversleeping. Minimize light exposure. Use blackout curtains or sleep masks to block disruptive light sources. Prioritize 7 hours of sleep. Spend at least 7.5 hours in bed to account for sleep onset. Use white noise. Block environmental disturbances with calming sounds. Seek natural daylight. Exposure to sunlight helps regulate circadian rhythms. Establish a bedtime ritual. Activities like warm baths, meditation, or herbal teas signal the brain that it's time to wind down. This article, derived from the Telegraph's report, underscores the critical importance of sleep for both short and long-term health. By understanding the severe repercussions of sleep deprivation, individuals can take proactive steps to prioritize and protect their sleep.